Morning students. So today we will be looking into the chapter called Living in a Community. So we will look into various aspects of community. We will see who is involved in the community and why we need community. Okay. So before we begin the chapter, I request you to have your textbook, have your paper, pencil, have your pen, have your classwork with you. If you don't have these three, I want you to pause the video right now and go get your textbook, classwork, pen and a pencil. Okay? And once you get it, you can play the video and get back to the class. Okay? Very good. I hope you've got your things with you. So today we are looking into the block 2, and if you opened your textbook, you know the name of the lesson is Living in a Community. So I did send you a video on ant and how an ant lives in a community. We will discuss about that later. However, during this class, I want you to follow few rules. Rule number 1 is that you would listen to everything ma'am is teaching you today. You will pay attention and listen to it. Okay? And if you have any doubts, I want you to ask me once the class is over. Write it down and ask to me. So the first thing is listen what is being taught. Next, if ma'am asks you to underline something in your textbook, you will take your pencil out and underline it in your textbook. Okay? Next, I want you to think whatever ma'am is going to teach today, ma'am wants you to think and see, is what she's teaching correct and is it important? So we will be covering few aspects about living in a community. So think if that is correct. Think why we should live in a community. Why do we need a community? So think while we are learning. And finally, make notes. If ma'am asks you to write down something in your classwork, take your pen out and write it down in the classwork. So, are you ready? I hope you are. So, let's start the lesson. Right. First, we will begin with the important words, which is from your glossary in your textbook. So, I want you to open page number 11 in your textbook and look through these words, the glossary. So these are the few important words that we will be covering today in the lesson, and you might or might not know the meaning. So today we will learn the meaning of these words and apply it to our lesson. Okay. The first word here is ant colony. What is it? Ant colony. Repeat it after me. Ant colony. The second word is community. What is it? Community. And the third one is cooperate. What is it? Cooperate. Cooperate. The fourth one is dignity. Say dignity. Next is interdependence. 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 Next is orderless. What is it? Orderless. Orderless. Last one is service. What is it? Service. Okay. So, we will look into the meaning of this word next to the glossary. You know, you see there ant colony and it says an area where ants live, usually an ant hill. So, did you watch the video that I sent you? If you did, you must have seen a hill kind of a thing where ants live. That is called as the ant colony. Okay, so for you to understand, I will try drawing it. Usually it's made in mud, so it will be brown in color. So it will be like a tiny hill, and you can see tiny holes everywhere, and this black or red, whatever color the ants, they will be all around the place. That's too big. Okay, so something like this, okay, an ant colony. The second word is community. It says a group of people living in one place, such as a neighborhood. So if you get out of your house, there are streets. So there is one, there will be a house here, there will be a house here, a house here. So a group of people living together in a place is called a community. And what is the speciality of a community? People living in the community are interdependent. They depend on each other. Okay? Cooperate. What does cooperate mean? To work together or support. So if you saw the video, you saw one ant going to another ant, and they all worked together, right? So cooperate means to work together as a group. Dignity. Dignity is a really important word. What is dignity? Dignity means to treat everybody with equal respect. Everyone with equal respect. That means you have to respect everybody you meet. Respect everybody, no matter who they are, no matter if they are your grandparents, parents, uncle, auntie, your brother, your sister, or a beggar on the street, your principal in the school, your teacher in the school, your classmates in your class. Regardless of who the person is, you need to treat everyone with equal respect or dignity. Okay? So you need to treat every single person with respect. Okay? Next, interdependence. Now, interdependence means when we are in a classroom, students, you are dependent on the teacher because ma'am is teaching you. And while I am teaching, I am dependent on the students. Why? Because ma'am should know if the student is learning or not. So when the students learn, I get a good feedback that yes, my students are learning. So I will be happy. So we are interdependent. A teacher does not exist without students, and students cannot exist without a teacher. In the same way, everything in our community and our human beings are interdependent. We need each other. Okay? So this form of depending on each other is called as interdependence. Next, orderless. Orderless. There is orderless, but we are learning orderless. So what is orderless? Have you heard people say waterless, tasteless, shapeless, orderless? No? Okay. So orderless means without smell. Can you smell water? No. That is why we call water is orderless. Does water have any shape? No. It takes the shape of the container. If you pour it in a glass, it will look like a glass. If you pour it in a jug, it will look like a jug. So, in the same way, orderless means without any smell. Okay? Service. What is service? When someone does work for somebody else, is called as service. So am I doing a service? Yes, I am doing a service. Why? I am working for somebody else. I'm working for the school. I'm working for the students. So that is a service. Okay? Right. So right. I want you to pause the video and take your pen and classwork and write all these words in your classwork right now. Okay, pause the video, write this word. Okay, I will wait for you. Once you are done writing, hit the play button, watch the video. If you are done writing, very good, and I know that's why you are back. Okay, so we are going to learn about community. Okay, we just learned the word community, but we are going to see into details of community. So, how does a community look? Community is different kinds of people in a surrounding coming together, living together, depending on each other. So a community will look something like this. There is no age difference in community. There is no caste difference. There is no religion difference. All people in a surrounding will live together with unity. It's called as community. And this is how we should live. Now, why do we need community? In a community, there are different kinds of people, and I told you we are all interdependent. So, this community helps us to help each other. If there is no community, we cannot live on our own. No human beings are independent because all human beings are dependent on each other. From the earlier times, come to your textbook, from the earliest times, humans have lived together in groups. So, can you please take your pencil and mark the statement which says humans have lived together in groups. That's the first statement. Humans have lived together in groups. Which means from the beginning, human beings have lived in a community. They have not lived alone. As hunters-gatherers, they moved together to hunt and collect food. When they started farming, they settled down in places. They continued to live in groups even today. Okay. Earlier humans are also called as hunters and gatherers. Even when they were hunting and gathering, they moved around in groups. And when they started to farm, they lived together in groups. And even today, we live in groups. So, we live in large groups called communities. So, underline that statement. Take your pencil, underline the statement. We live in large groups called community. One of the reasons we live together is because we depend on one another in many ways. Okay, we are dependent. That's why we live in community. Why do we live in community? Because we are dependent. Okay. Now, how are we dependent? Let's see how we are dependent on each other. Right? Who is this? Can you guess who this is? If you guessed it's a tailor, you are correct. We have tailors in our community. Are we dependent on people who can stitch our clothes? Yes. Who will stitch our clothes if we have no tailor in this world? Correct? We need tailors. Who is this? Did you guess it's a nurse and doctor? Yes, those are nurses. What would we do without nurses and doctors? Who would take care of us if we are sick? We need nurses and doctors. Who are they? Can you guess who they are? If you guessed they are sweepers, you are correct. Do we need sweepers in our community? What do you think? I want you to pause the video and think. Do we need sweepers in our community, or do we only need doctors and tailors? I will give you the answer in some time. There are so many people in our community who we depend on. Who is there? Someone selling popcorn, vegetables, fruits, medicines, meat, bread, farm products, fish, etc. So, all of these people are important. Why? Because we get our food from them. We get our food from the farmers. So, everyone is important. Next, let's see some more pictures. Who are they? They are garbage collectors. Do we need garbage collectors in our community? Have you seen any? I have seen so many garbage collectors. They come, they collect the garbage and they go. Okay? Are they important in our community? We will learn about them soon. Who is this? Is a hairdresser, barber. Is he important? Yes. Why? He cuts our hair. Who is this? He is the milkman. Is he important? Yes. Without him, we will not get milk. Now, coming back to the question that I asked you earlier, is it important to have garbage collectors and sweepers in the community? What do you think? If you said yes, you are absolutely correct. If you said no, then I want you to listen to me very carefully. What is the work of the garbage collector and the sweeper? Sweeper cleans the place, garbage collector collects waste. What does the sweeper do? Sweeper cleans. Garbage collector collects waste. And what happens when the sweeper cleans? The place becomes clean. And what happens when the garbage collector collects the garbage? The place from where he collects garbage becomes clean. Now I want you to think, what would happen if we did not have sweepers and garbage collectors in our community? Think. Well, I will show you what will happen. This will happen if there are no sweepers and garbage collectors in our community. Our places will get overloaded with waste and it will start having bad smell. And can you live in a place where there is bad smell? No. Why? You will get diseases, typhoid, cholera, whatnot. So, it is very important that we have sweepers and garbage collectors as important as we have doctors, nurses, teachers and every other person. Milkman, vendors, fruit sellers, vegetable sellers, everybody are important. Why? In a community, all of us are dependent on each other. If one person is not there, the entire community will suffer and the entire community cannot work properly. That is why we call, in a community, we are dependent on each other. Okay? Let's come back to our textbook. Let's look into the story of ants. Did you watch the video I sent you? If you did, you must have seen there was a queen ant, there were soldiers, and there were one more worker. Okay, so what does the worker do? The worker does collecting the food, gathering the food, storing the food, etc. In an ant community, the entire ant community is divided into three parts. One is worker community, the queen, and the soldiers. Now the queen is the head, okay, she is the leader, and workers and soldiers are under the queen. Now what does workers do? They go around and do all the work like gathering food, bringing food, storing food, and things like that. Queen, the only job of queen is to give birth to more ants, and soldiers, they protect the ants. Now all these three are interdependent on each other. Why? Without the workers, queen and the other ants will not get food. Without the soldiers, queen and the workers will not get protection. And without the queen, there will be no new ants, which means all the ants will perish and they will not have more ants to bring up their colony. So that is why we say it is important to cooperate, that is, work together with each other to have a good community. To have a strong community, we have to cooperate and work together. So working together and supporting each other and living together is important. That is called cooperate. Now, Mahatma Gandhi told something, okay? Let's look at that. Mahatma Gandhi told people to respect these jobs and those who do them. According to him, any work which does not harm us should be treated with respect. It is important to appreciate people who work hard for us and show that we respect them. This is called dignity of labor. Now, if somebody asks you what is dignity of labor, I told you dignity means respect. Labor means the work or the job that they are doing. So, respecting every job, regardless of what job they do, is called dignity of labor. And Mahatma Gandhi told that no matter what work a person does, as long as the work is not causing any harm to the person, we have to treat everyone with respect and appreciate the people who work hard to take care of us. Who are the people who work hard to take care of you? Your parents? Do they go work so you can have food? Yes. But in a community, who is somebody who works hard to take care of us? People like sweepers, people like garbage collectors, people like policemen, people like doctors. regardless of what job they do, because they are working hard to take care of us, we need to respect all of them. That is called dignity of labor. So let's have a quick recap on what we studied. We started with the chapter living in a community, and we said community is important, and we saw different kinds of jobs people do. And then we spoke about respecting every job regardless of what it is, and we spoke about community and how everybody in a community is dependent on each other. And then we said regardless of what the work or the hierarchy is, we need to respect everyone and cooperate. Only then we can have a good community. And then we saw the word dignity of labor, where we saw Mahatma Gandhi said that we should respect every work who works hard to keep us safe. Now, let's move to the exercise part and we will finish for today. Exercise, fill in the blanks. First one, we are dash on one another. First answer is dependent. Dependent. We are dependent on one another. Second one, and live in a colony. Third one, and have dash, dash, and a dash among them. What are the three hierarchies in the ant colony? Soldier, workers, correct, soldiers, workers, and a queen. Okay. Fourth one, we should treat every job with dignity. Dignity means respect. So write the word dignity. And the last one is dash and dash, keep our surroundings clean. Sweeper and garbage collectors. Okay, so these are the 5 answers. Do not forget to write the glossary, the important words in your classwork, and the answers in your classwork, and send me the pictures once you're done. Okay, so that's it for today. Have a good day. Bye bye.